Filmatic, I am your host, the Film Doctor. Is he yawning?
And the film. Sir.
Oh, God. So, this is gonna... This is what we're back to again. Okay, Rocky Balboa, you can keep it down. That's...
And we're back in the act.
Yes, we are.
With another ice-cold film to dissect. Blacklight. Coming to us from theaters. You can only see this in theaters currently. Don't know if you're going to want to after we review this, but just in case. Starring Liam Neeson. And, you know, for whoever made this movie, just in case, you know, you decide you want to in the future, you know, throw some money at Bowie Films, you know, Filmatic, any of our shows that we got going on, you know, just in case. Don't take this personally. It's only business.
We're that in desperate need. Well, it doesn't matter. Filmatic's back. I can't say that we're doing episodes, but we are live here. Blacklight, like he said, we're going to review, so let's jump right into our movie review. So, Blacklight. I'm gonna let you go ahead and jump right into this because you have so much to say about it.
Blacklight. So let's just start with the obvious question, Michael. Why is this film named Blacklight? Can you tell me? I'm just sitting here pontificating. I just want to know.
Did I work on the production though?
Maybe you have an explanation that is better than the one that I can come up with.
I'm not Liam Neeson. I'm not whoever directed this. I can't tell you. All I can tell you is that I don't understand the title with the film. Other than the fact, and I will say this, because maybe you didn't hear this part. They were talking about in the movie how with the black light, you can see stuff that isn't really there. So there was like a crime, didn't know who did it, can't see what's really there. Maybe that's what they were going for.
Swing and a miss. Yeah, I just think they named this Blacklight because it was like, it sounds cool. Everybody's like, oh, Blacklights are kind of cool. Hey, Blacklight, Liam Neeson, that's kind of cool.
I'm highly doubting that a multi-million-dollar company was like, oh, we'll just throw Blacklight on there because it's going to attract people by the name because they like black lights. And who likes black lights?
You act like it's beneath these people. It's not.
They're the king and queens of clickbait. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. You act like it's beneath them. It's not beneath them.
I mean, I like black lights, but it ain't causing me to go out and see a movie. All right, go ahead with your review. Getting off topic.
So yeah, I'm gonna kind of go in chronological order so I can keep myself organized and on task. So let's start with this story. This story was kind of intriguing. I can't sit here and say that I was in the theater and I wasn't like, oh, what's happening? What's going on? You know, I was intrigued by the story, but was it the best story that I've ever seen? No. I mean, it's a generic kind of political thriller story. It's Jason Bourne.
But the story had loopholes to it. Like, there was just points where it just didn't make sense. And even after finishing the whole movie, like, some things added up and some things didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I totally agree that there are a lot of loopholes in this movie. And the story is kind of Jason Bourne-ish. It's like, let's do a Jason Bourne kind of film with Liam Neeson as this old agent. I can imagine that was the pitch of this movie.
Well, that was also my problem. Like you said, an old agent. Like, he's supposed to be this big badass, but he's like limping around when he walks. He has his normal movie Liam Neeson walk kind of thing. So like, for somebody that's supposed to be this badass, like, he's a little too old to be out there taking 1-on-4 guys or 1-on-2 guys. You know what I mean?
It's not believable. Yeah, I get you. And the ending was horrible. The ending of this film pissed me clean off. It was just like, when I was watching it, I was like, I know this is not the end of this movie. I I just know for a fact this movie is not about the end. It's got to be something else coming or something else is gonna happen. Nope, that's just the end of the movie. Happily ever after.
Well, I mean, I disagree with things because they did resolve the climax. They did clear up all the loopholes. Now, did it end cheesy? Sure, but I don't think that it was something that tore away from the movie being bad or anything.
No, it wasn't bad. The ending could have been better. They could have. What would have helped this film more is a non-cliche better story. The concept I don't think is bad, right? I think you can find a unique way to do this concept. I also think that you need to have a better ending than what you had. It just, in my mind, and we're not doing spoilers here, but in my mind, the way the story ended did not make sense to me. So that was there. As far as acting, we already talked about Liam Neeson and his 30 plus, 80 plus year old wimp.
That bothers me with so many actors that, like, a Liam Neeson movie comes out and it's just a different story, but it's every single character is Liam Neeson. There really is no difference. He'll say, oh, I'm a cop in this one, I'm a doctor in this one, but the performance is always still the same. And for me, for other people that may go to the movies, they may not care about the acting. Sure, it might be some shitty acting and they're just like, that's really bad, but if it's just okay, like somebody really sold it, like, I'm a doctor, look, I have a stethoscope on, and I'm Liam Neeson beating people's ass, like, then they sold it and it's good to people. But it bothers me when it's just the same kind of performance. And if you're supposed to be this big time Hollywood actor, then give a hell of a performance. But he also was a general character though, so.
I don't disagree with you. And even the poster kind of looks like Taken, like a Taken poster, Blacklight looks like Taken, looks like The Commuter, looks like The Marksman, looks like name any Liam Neeson film. Liam Neeson is Liam Neeson in every Liam Neeson film. The villain actor, I mean, there were okay people here. Did anybody blow my socks off? No.
The villain was old too, though. He could have been killed in the first 3 minutes of the movie. Like, he wasn't out here beating people's ass. He was terrified of old boy. Like, I don't know if that's a spoiler, but he wasn't all that, is basically what I'm saying.
No, he wasn't crazy, and like, it would have been nice to have him, be a little bit more of what you're saying, like
scary,
an actual threat
villain
in the movie. and yeah, that's what the point of the story that I was saying. It's like there are so many missed opportunities here. Cinematography. Did we really see anything that we were in the theaters like, Michael, oh my God, did you just see that? That was crazy. No, not for me.
Nothing that stands out, but I will compliment music. Whereas it wasn't some type of copyrighted music, produced by a big time singer or artist, the composing of like the orchestral, did I make up that word? Probably. The orchestra that like kind of completed the music for this, it was, I think, very thrilling. Like, it kept me on edge. So even though he's moving slow and limping, the music was so good. I'm like, bro, is he about to limp and kick somebody? Like, it was pretty good, I think, for the music. But that was really my only sell point. Outside of that, it's enjoyable to watch. Have in the background to see once as a story. To me, it's average, so I'm giving it a C.
I mean, I hesitate to give this a C, Michael. When we left the theaters, I tried to get you to talk about it. She wouldn't talk about it. C-, and that's being generous.
I don't know how your rating is different than mine, because I did a C and you did a C-. I don't think that it's super terrible. If it was like unbearable to watch, then I probably would have knocked it down to a C-, D, somewhere in that D range. But this was something where it was enjoyable to watch, but had a lot of issues. It was very average. If it wasn't average, then it wouldn't have been enjoyable to watch.
C- is still slightly below.
But what is causing it to downgrade it to the C- in your eyes?
The missed opportunities in the story, the plot holes in the story, the ending, there's nobody standing out acting wise for me. There's just like, and Liam Neeson's performance to me a little bit kind of, I'm like, God, can you do something else? Can you not be just Liam Neeson? That was a drawback. Like the villain, he was kind of a drawback.
Look. He has a strict set of skills. It's Liam Neeson. I mean, that's kind of my gripe for Denzel, who I do agree is probably one of the greatest actors of all times. But a lot of his movies, it's just like, it's just Denzel. He's a cop. He's a doctor. He's a lawyer. Whatever he is, he's a football coach. He's just a different person, but it's Denzel Washington. But there are some performances that stood out as some of the greatest performances. That's why you have Training Day. That's not the same with Liam Neeson. Can you name another Liam Neeson movie where it's like, this performance in this movie was so good, or are they all just Liam Neeson?
He just plays the same role in a different film. He doesn't even have that range as an actor for me to see him outside of that. Like, what else has he done? You know, he's not been in. Denzel Washington has been in different things. You know, he's been in some romance movies. He's done like an old school documentary with Fences. You know, a drama,
which was good and a hell of a performance.
Which was good. Fences. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like Denzel has range. Liam Neeson is the same character.
Well, that's why I commend Denzel for being up there, even though many of his movies are that same kind of character, like a Liam Neeson. But you know, I still say that it's an average enough movie for me to give it a C. Not bad enough for me to go down, because it could have had other things that were a problem.
Just all those compiling issues are C-. And you know what? I didn't completely, you know, I'm not bashing and saying, oh, D-, F. This isn't Vanguard, okay? It's watchable. Is it worth full price? Absolutely not. Matinee. If you go see this movie in theaters, matinee this joint up. Or wait till it comes out on some streaming service, which I'm sure it will, and watch that.
The thing is that if that was the performance, if that was the acting, it makes me question why the fuck am I not in Hollywood doing movies? Because I got range. I will find you, and I will kill you. See? Perfect. Oscar-winning award performance. It's different than the film Doctor. That's the difference. You guys didn't even see that. It was like, oh my God, he's a completely different person. So I should be in Hollywood acting.
I don't know about that, Michael.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, I would support your dreams. And like I said, whoever made this film, if you want to support Michael's dreams, please do. Again, this review
you are not about to
only business. I'm sorry you made such an average film.
A hobo actor or some shit, like trying to get promotions out there for money for my acting career. It's going well, guys. I haven't been inside of a movie or TV show in years. So anyway, there it is. That is Blacklight. That is our rating. That is our live episode review of Blacklight. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell, do all that jazz. Tie a little note to a pigeon's leg. Send it on its way. Put a message in a bottle. You know, I'm trying so hard to say it so fast, like it's Eminem inside of Rap God or Godzilla, but I can't.
Did you lose yourself, Michael?
Okay, that's what we're doing. Anyway, you only get one shot. Go ahead and subscribe, and like always, we will see you guys next time here on another exciting episode of Filmatic.